guys, it's Jen and I'm here with another layout for the Hip Kit Club. Today I am using the sketch, and this is the sketch with the, you can see there's like a banner. It's hard to see on my printout, but there are like some splatters behind the title area and down here behind the journaling area. And I am going to use this photo of my daughter. This is in our cabin on our cruise, and she was just, this is the first day. She was so happy to be there. So that's what I'm going to talk about. The other challenge that we have to do is to use stitching and to use pockets. And so I am planning on maybe making one of these little banner shapes into a pocket, and of course using stitching to do that. So I'll go ahead and take you on the way with me and we'll see how this goes.
All right, so I'm pulling out my March kits. This will be my last layout with the March kits, at least for assignments. I plan to just make some layouts after I'm done because I have so much stuff still that I want to use. But I'm just kind of looking through and trying to figure out what I want to incorporate into my banner. I don't necessarily want to cut up full sheets of paper, so I'm thinking about what I can use that's already smaller, and I also am thinking about using some of the 3x4 cards from the Pocket Life kit, and then I'm pulling out some different elements that I think might work on the layout based on the theme, which is us on this cruise. And so I just pulled a bunch of stuff and we're going to see how this goes. I initially thought that I would use that Heidi Swap paper for the background. It's such a beautiful color. I love the watercolor look on it, but I end up deciding to put it on white instead. And I cut down my photo just a little bit, and I'm going to cut the photo into a banner shape. And then I'm going to look through and decide what else I want to make into a banner. So initially I thought I would use a frame to make like a little pocket, and so I kept putting my frame on top of my banner pieces to see if I could stitch the frame onto one of the banners and make it into a pocket. And at this point I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I thought it would be fun to use one of those acetate pieces and stitch that on. I like the transparent element of it, and so I thought I could make that into a pocket and stick maybe some sequins or something inside of it, but I haven't decided yet. So I did cut into that gorgeous Color Fresh paper. I have 2 of them, so I was okay doing it, and I made a banner shape out of that. The polka dots did come from a card, as you probably saw, and then the pink was a scrap from another paper. So I pulled out a bunch of stuff from the Heidi Swap, the the die cut pack that came in the Pocket Life kit as well, because there are a lot of tags in there. And then I punched holes into the banners that I cut, and I'm planning to string all of this on just some twine that I had in my stash. And I'm going to string those tags in as well. And I'm liking this plan so far. I end up poking some holes in some of the embellishments as well, so I can hang them from the string too. And some of them already have holes, so that ended up working nicely. So I did use a few things from different hip kits, like from different April kits, but you could totally create this layout if you just got the Pocket Life kit. You could just cut up some of the pocket the little card 3x4 or 4x6 cards into banner shapes, and then use some of the Heidi Swap embellishments and get this same kind of look, and I think it's really fun. So I did pull out that vellum that says Smiles All Around, and I am going to use that to create my pocket. And I'm kind of arranging the stuff on here now. I've got it all on the string, but I'm trying to decide how I want it to end up laying once I glue things down. So I do kind of want to glue it down. I want it to have kind of that element of looseness, but I still want it to stay where I want it. And I'm popping some of the pieces up and squishing some of the stuff closer together. I want it to be able to all fit onto that one row, but I don't want to have things overlapping too much. And I'm just using some fun foam. The fun foam that I have pulled out right now happens to be in the shape of letters. I think saw the bag open at Hobby Lobby. Like the bag was open and they had repackaged it and marked it down to like $1 or something. So I had to just pick that up. So I didn't care that it was letters. It's still going to pop my stuff up. So I am liking the way the Smiles All Around vellum piece looks, and I am planning on stitching that onto that little banner piece and making it into a pocket. So I just pulled out my Close to My Heart mat, and sorry for my crazy hair, but I'm just using a little poker tool and I'm poking holes around the sides and the bottom, and I'm leaving the top open. And I am going to just hand stitch this on. Now you could definitely do this. It's much, much easier if you did this before you glued it down to the page. It would have been much easier, but I didn't. And here I've just cut down a tag from those Color Fresh little, what are they called? Die cuts. I don't know why I can't get what those are called. And I cut it down so it would fit in the pocket, and I put a little one of the little bow clips on the top, and I wrote my journaling on the back of the tag. So from the front of the pocket you can see that pretty watercolory pattern, and then on the back is the journaling, and you can pull it out easily from the bow. So I decided to also stitch the word thrilled on this little vellum piece that is already attached. This again would be easier if I had decided on this before. Again, sorry for my crazy hair, but I just wrote the word thrilled on a piece of vellum, and I'm holding it over the top and poking the holes, and then I will stitch it down. It says current mood, and so I thought thrilled would be a good word to put here because my daughter was super thrilled to be there. So I wanted to show it to you up close there really quickly. And I am just kind of making sure everything is laying where I want it to. I wanted to add some gold staples and I had run out. So I just refilled my stapler, and there's my I just wanted to show you my head today, I guess. I just stapled a few things down, and now I am trying to decide what I want to do for the title and how I want to embellish this a little bit. So I like the idea of including those little, I really like florals. I haven't met a floral I don't like, but I haven't quite decided how I want to incorporate it. I thought it'd look nice to maybe tuck it in at the top of the banner. And so I'm thinking about it, and I figure if I'm tucking it in, I might as well cut one of the stickers apart and get more bang for my buck. And so I end up doing that. And I think that it would be nice to add in a little bit more green. I have that Vibes little acetate tag hanging on the left, and so I wanted to bring in a little bit more. And so I put a little green heart and a little green word sticker to bring in a little bit more. So I decided to make my title Let's Go Cruisin', and I'm using the alphabet stickers that came in the main kit to spell out the word Cruisin'. And at first I had them just going all across the top of the banner, but then I move them around a few times because first of all, it wasn't quite fitting in there, so I'm moving it over a little. And then I was kind of thinking, actually, maybe I shouldn't have my title above where I want to be able to pull out the journaling, because I want that to be more easily accessible. And so I move it all over a little bit, and I'm going to have my title be mostly to the left-hand side instead. And that really draws a little bit more attention to my photo anyway, so I'm happy with the placement of that. In the original sketch, it does go across the top and the journaling is on the bottom, but a sketch is a jumping off point. It helps you get an idea, and that's what I love about them. So I am adding a little bit of glue to these just because I pulled that particular phrase off and on the sticker sheet so many times that it was basically not sticky at all anymore. And so I needed a little extra, plus it's overlapping the word cruisin', so I thought it just needed a little bit more stability. And here I'm kind of looking at the stickers again to see what else I might want to add. I thought that the green camera would be cute, but I couldn't quite make it work how I wanted it to. And so I decided to just add a whole bunch of hearts. They're a motif that always works, and she was loving this so much. I felt like it really worked with it. And what I decided to do was kind of do a little bit of a vertical line of those hearts, and I really like the way it turned out. So I just add a bunch of those sticker hearts in a line a little bit. And then I'm thinking at this point I need something on the bottom. And so I knew I had a scrap of paper left over from that black and white striped Heidi Swap paper I used on another layout. And I thought it'd be nice to just tear a little piece off the bottom and pop that black and white piece in there, just to give it a little something on the bottom edge. And I love doing that. It's something I've done a lot in the past, but Missy Wooden reminded me of it. You know, she does that quite a lot too, and so I've been starting to do it again. So I decide to create a little bit of a cluster down here and add another floral piece, and I decide to add my date down here as well. And I find a little tab that I am going to stamp the date on. At first I thought I would use those exclusive stickers, but then I found a little green tab in the Heidi Swap die cuts, and I'm going to stamp it on that. I know that the video cuts out just a little bit before this layout is finished. My camera ran out of space, but that's basically all I do is add that. And here are some close-up photos. You can see that word thrilled. I also added some gold color shine just in that vertical line as well. Here's a closer look at that pocket, and thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll check out the kits. I will link to them below in the video description, and here are a couple other videos you might enjoy. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing, and we'll see you again here very soon.